Hi, I'm Karis Caves reporting for HU16. I'm here today for Bruce Day Tuesday with President Dr. Bruce McCarty. How are you?
I'm doing well, Karis. Good to be with you.
So the first thing I wanted to ask you about was Harding's remembering Dr. Gaines, and I wanted to see your take on that and how the last week has played out.
Since the word went out about his passing, we've been inundated with stories, and everybody has a Dr. Gaines story, and they're always sweet and endearing and affirming of the things that we already knew about the man. He had such an incredible impact on this school and on this community, on all of us, and so it's been a remarkable thing. His funeral will be this coming Sunday, and his children will be speaking at that, and it's something that every day we hear from more people around the world, from unlikely places like Uganda or from Cuba or any of the many places that he traveled in this world.
That's wonderful. I also wanted to ask about progress on the Harding Read and how that's coming along.
Okay, we've had a couple of things recently in chapel that reminded us of that again. It was presented at the very beginning. We then saw Chariots of Fire as sort of a leadership, convictions, the same sorts of issues, sorts of things. Dr. Youngblood spoke last week about how that when he first heard it, that it was going to be the read, he was disappointed, and then he read the book and he became a fan, and I loved his presentation. We'll have another presentation this week to keep it in front of us, and probably from now on it'll be about every 2 or 3 weeks there will be something that will bring it back to mind. I am very gratified by how many just sort of incidental references I hear to it, that someone will say something about like beginning with the end in mind, and they'll look at me knowing that I recognize that's a 7 Habits expression. Or they'll talk about seeking first to understand and then to be understood. So I'm delighted to see how much it's a part of the conversation all around campus.
Yeah, that's awesome. I also wanted to ask you about Harding sports. I know this past Friday, Harding football team won, and I just wanted to see what you thought about that.
Yeah, it's a great beginning. All of our fall sports teams are out and playing, and all of them are winning. And so I love in chapel getting to call out the victories of the volleyball game or of a soccer team, and for the whole campus to hear that and to celebrate that, and for the athletes to be right there. A football game is just an extravaganza. There's so many things involved in it, and we have the Thundering Herd that comes out and performs at halftime, and their repertoire this time is boy bands, and that was really enjoyable. They invest a lot in preparing and being there for that. The cheerleaders work so hard during the game. Buff the Bison is out there. All of the people that are involved in media, HU16, and all the people that are getting the broadcast out there. So there are so many things, especially in a football game, that are involved. And then the team, with a great home victory, just made it a wonderful night.
Well, thank you so much for coming, Dr. McCarty.